1. Bryan brothers are back. There was not much certainty around Bob Bryan's comeback from a right hip replacement last August. Nobody had returned to action on the ATP Tour under the same circumstances before. But Bob and twin Mike Bryan have picked up right where they left off, winning their 117th and 118th tour-level titles as a team, including a victory as the Miami Open presented by Itau, an ATP Masters 1000 event. "A doctor was cutting me open 8 months ago and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make it back on court," said Bob. "To win this title is a dream and certainly wasn't possible 8 months ago. This is huge for us." The brothers also reached the quarter-finals of the Australian Open, but fell in a tight match against eventual champions Pierre-Hugues Herbert and Nicolas Mahut. The Americans are in prime position to qualify for the Itau ATP Finals for their 15th time as a pair. 2. Frenchmen flying Pierre-Hugues Herbert and Nicolas Mahut completed their career Grand Slam with a dream run in Melbourne. Their only other tournament of the year thus far came as the BNP Paribas Open, where the Frenchmen lost in the second round to eventual champions Nicolas Mektic and Horacio Zeballos. Herbert and Mahut currently lead the ATP doubles race to London with 2,090 points. They are trying to qualify for the Itau ATP Finals for the 5th straight year. Last season, they finished runner-up in London to Mike Bryan and Jack Sock. 3. Mektic, Zeballos magical run. Nicolas Mektic and Horacio Zeballos had only competed together once before the BNP Paribas Open at Indian Wells. But it didn't take long for the Croat-Argentine team to click. After saving 2 match points against Herbert and Mahut in the second round, Mektic and Zeballos found their best form, eliminating 4 of the top 6 seeds en route to the title. "It's a little bit unreal. We're still looking at each other and just repeating, 'Did we just win?'" Mektic said. Mektic and Zeballos' future as a tandem remains unclear, with Zeballos potentially spending more time with fellow Argentine Máximo González. But even if they never team up again, Mektic and Zeballos produced a run fans and opponents won't soon forget. 4. Ram, Salisbury a breakthrough pair? The highest-placed team in the ATP doubles race to London that has not competed together before is American Rajiv Ram and Brit Joe Salisbury, currently in 4th. The pair spent a week together in Florida training ahead of the season, which Ram says isn't always an option for new teams, and they've been playing well ever since. Ram and Salisbury claimed their first team title in Dubai, reached the final in Brisbane, and took a set off of eventual Australian Open champions Herbert and Mahut in Melbourne. Ram says that one of the reasons his team has enjoyed early success is that Salisbury compliments him and vice versa. The American touts the 26-year-old Brit's athleticism, and at 35 he says that he brings experience and ball-striking abilities that help them mesh well. "We've built a decent foundation and now we're just trying to refine our skills a bit more to keep improving," Ram told ATP Tennis Radio. "I think we've had good results, but that doesn't mean we're going to be playing great the rest of the season or anything like that. I think we need to keep getting better." 5. Maximo's March few double stories have been better than that of Argentine Máximo González. At 35, González has enjoyed his best season to date. González began 2019 with 4 ATP Tour doubles titles, with his first triumph coming more than a decade ago at Valencia in 2008 alongside Juan Monaco. But González went on a tear in February, winning 3 titles in 3 weeks with 3 different partners. He won Buenos Aires with Zeballos, Rio de Janeiro with Nicolas Jarry and São Paulo with Federico Del Bonis. The week before Buenos Aires, he made the final in Córdoba with Zeballos, so he went a stretch during which he won 14 of 15 matches. González's play has seen him climb to a career-high ATP ranking of No. 6. Two-time Nitto ATP Finals champs back on track. Henri Continent and John Peers won the Nitto ATP Finals in 2016-17, but they surprisingly failed to qualify for the season finale last year, finishing the ATP doubles race to London in 10th place. But the Finnish-Aussie duo showed signs of its best form immediately this season. Continent and Peers made the Australian Open final L to Herbert Maheu, and then captured their 14th tour-level trophy as a duo in Rotterdam. The veterans are currently third in the race. 7. Veteran teams battling for race position. Lukasz Kubot and Marcelo Melo have booked their spots at the O2 together in each of the past 2 seasons, and they're making an early claim to return once again, currently sitting 6th in the race. Oliver Merak and Mate Pavic, who were the year-end #1 ATP doubles team last year, are in 8th. 3 teams that qualified for London in 2018 that are on the outside looking in are Jamie Murray, Bruno Soares 12th, Juan Sebastian Cabal, Robert Farah 13th, and Raven Klaasen, Michael Venus 14th.